weekend, so I don't suspect you'll have any slowdowns because of that this morning. So that is good news. Live look outside towards NRG, where all the action is happening all weekend long. We're starting off at 73 degrees, a little warmer than yesterday. And yes, continuing to pump in quite a bit of humidity. A cool spot for the Panhandle, 57 degrees, Amarillo. Otherwise, all of us really warm this morning, low 70s. That is already warmer than our high temperature should be for this time of year. Future track radar shows us a couple of isolated showers starting to pick up the pace by late morning into the afternoon hours. Look at how light and spotty the coverage is. I don't think today is going to be a day that we have too much of a concern. The biggest severe threat is going to be for Oklahoma all the way into Missouri. On the off chance we get one or two isolated storms, the Storm Prediction Center has put us under a threat level 1, but notice that is north of Harris County for our northern and western cities and counties. The action, the day to watch is tomorrow, particularly for the late night into the overnight hours. We are under a weather impact alert. Those storms, Jen, could come in with some gusty wind and even some larger hail. So you know the deal. I need you to keep up with the forecast this weekend. That is our weather impact alert day. Storm chances spike up to 70% and they stay pretty high all the way through Sunday. Though Sunday, our severe threat drops off, but accumulating rain will still be a concern for our streets. So now is a great time for you to take out your phone, scan the QR code so you could download our KHOU 11 app. What this will do for you is when the storms roll in, you can just open the app, and we always have a live meteorologist streaming when we have severe weather. And if there are no severe storms at the time that you open the app, you can at least check radar to see where the stormy weather is so you can maybe make alternate travel plans. So the weather impact alert for our Saturday really starts to take shape the later on in the evening we go. I'm starting it at 1 o'clock for the chance of an isolated thunderstorm, but really it's the late night, even into the overnight hours, where we could see the storms with some strong wind and even some large hail. So again, watch the forecast. Just be really aware of your surroundings for this weekend. So that's a snapshot at 11 in the morning. If you're headed to the rodeo, remember, all the rodeo activities happen earlier on the weekends. In fact, I think the performer takes the stage around 4 o'clock. If my memory serves me right, I'll know for sure when I get down there. But notice later in the afternoon, 3 o'clock, hopefully you're already inside NRG, or perhaps you're at the expo checking out the farm animals. Indoors is where you want to be for much of the afternoon. Now, evening at the rodeo looks fine. It is completely clear, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. Late night, though, that's a different story. So look at Huntsville, Brenham by 7:30. That's when the line of storms is towards you, dropping down to the I-10 corridor right around midnight, and then continuing to see several rounds of heavy rain all the way through Sunday morning, even into Sunday afternoon along the coastline. So severe weather threat for late Saturday under a level 2. Again, for gusty wind and some hail. A few downpours also going to be a concern. Galveston this morning, it is so humid out there, 69 degrees. We're even warmer than where we were yesterday. Throughout the day, you're going to see a mixture of sun and clouds, not a lot of rain to watch for. In fact, it's at around 20%, even less than 30. So you'll notice the severe threat for today is well north of us. On the off chance we get 1 or 2 stronger thunderstorms, our northern cities and counties are under threat level 1. Rain is going to be something that we welcome, so any accumulation, maybe 1 to 2 inches, will be good for our drought monitor. So that is the good side of the rainy pattern that we're tracking over the next few days. Saturday, a weather impact alert day. Be mindful of the forecast, and then Sunday we spring it forward, so we are losing an hour of sleep. At 2 a.m. it becomes 3 a.m. so make sure you adjust your sleep schedule accordingly so you're still getting that full 8 hours. We take a break Monday. Tuesday is still scattered, and then Wednesday, that's when widespread thunderstorms are back in the picture. Jen, this is going to be an active 7-day forecast. That means the roads are probably going to be a little slower.
Yeah. Well, I have a question for you, Kim. Okay, so that weekend concert starts at 5:15.
Okay, 5:15, perfect.
Yeah.
Does around that time frame.
Yeah. Does that change what you were talking about on
It doesn't, actually. So by 5:15, we're going to be inside, and that's great. Actually, 5 o'clock, at the rodeo is fine. So even if you don't have concert tickets, you should be fine. We take a lull between maybe 3 to 6. And then the stormy weather comes back in for the late night. So after the concert, I know a lot of folks like to go to the hideout. They like to go to the wine garden. Exactly.
Okay.
So that's going to be okay, actually. After the concert, you're fine. The evening, Sunday, trying to get out of here is going to be a mess, and trying to come in will be too. Notice Saturday is in red. This is a weather impact alert day, not just a high chance for storms, but we've got the risk for some severe weather. Then the rain chances stay pretty high through much of your Sunday. So all in all, a pretty big mess. Let's get right to future track for this weekend so I could show you what I'm talking about. Late morning, still in the clear for Saturday. Then as we head into the afternoon, that's a snapshot at 3 o'clock, some storms are starting to develop ahead of the main line. The line drops in late on Saturday. So 7:30 coming in from Bryan College Station down to Brenham. By around 11 through midnight, it drops down to the I-10 corridor. And then check this out. It just doesn't stop. We get several rounds of very, very heavy rain, some supercells possible as well, and that would lead to the severe weather, meaning some gusty wind and the threat for some pretty large hail. By Sunday afternoon, so think 4 o'clock, things clear out and the rest of what's left of your weekend is just fine. Weather impact alert for your Saturday, that is the bottom line. Through the overnight hours, this is what we'll be watching, Jen. Strong wind and some hail. I'll be back to show you just temperatures this morning. They're warmer, even than where we were the last couple of mornings, which is hard to believe. It is continuing to get not only warmer, but more humid. Check this out. 73 for Hobby, for Sugar Land. That's 2 degrees warmer than yesterday. Tomball, 73 is 4 degrees warmer than yesterday. This afternoon is going to be warm and it is going to be breezy. You're going to see plenty of cloud cover. I think it's going to be really similar to yesterday, where you're driving around, you see a couple of sprinkles on your windshield, I should say, and the chance for rain is pretty isolated. Now this weekend, that completely flips on its head. We've got some high-end rain chances, 70% for not just showers, but the threat of severe storms. That's why it's in red. It's a weather impact alert day. Then on Sunday, 60% chance for some lingering rain that could start to accumulate and cause issues on the roadways. So this is the weather pattern that's at play right now. Low pressure splits. The area to the north is going to give us this adjacent cold front, and that's going to organize all that moisture, all of that heat into a line of fiery storms. It stalls out, and so the rain chances linger into Sunday. But Saturday is really the time that we want to be most mindful, especially as we go later on in the evening into the overnight hours. Damaging wind, heavy rain, and a hail threat. It's all there. We're under threat level 2 for severe weather. That's what the Storm Prediction Center has placed us under. This includes all of Harris County. The biggest concern that I'm seeing is, yes, the wind, but the possibility of some really sizable hail. So 1.5 to 2 inches in diameter. That would be the size of a hen egg. This could certainly cause some damage to your property. So make sure as you park, as you head to bed Saturday evening, that you find a covered spot for your car. Notice the hatched area, the highest likelihood is going to be for northwest Harris County. So do you live in Cypress? Do you live in Jersey Village? That threat could be coming to you. Now's a good time to scan this QR code, download our KHOU 11 app, and that will allow you to get updates on the go. The weekend is always busy. All you have to do is click and see where the storms are, and if there's severe weather, we'll be on and we'll be guiding you through it. Future Track Radar shows us this afternoon we've got some isolated thunderstorms possible. Some of these could be strong too. The main line though doesn't arrive until the evening. 7:30, Bryan College Station dropping down to the downtown area during the overnight hours. So midnight it's there, then races towards the coastline. And look at this redevelopment. Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. By 3-4 o'clock, things are quieting down. Severe threat for today is very low. It's just a 1 on the 1 to 5 scale, and it is north of the city. So it's mainly Saturday that I'm keeping a very close eye on with that weather impact alert. And then something else to note for this weekend, as you wake up on Sunday, Jen, let's say you set your alarm for 8, you're going to church, you might feel a little groggy.
Yeah.
You might think, gosh, I really don't think I got restful sleep.
That's right.
You're losing an hour of sleep on Sunday. I know.